But who could that someone else be? Wow, you're so thick, Judge! Oh my god. Why is he a judge? How did he pass judge school? 2:30 p.m. Let's freaking go, dude. I've got a case. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor? Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about the matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but if only I can get it to work. Please, please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my heart. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. There's 2 gunshots, though. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. DL6 incident. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. I'm just gonna save. It's just gonna be easier if I do it this way. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Interesting. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Like a gun? What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick. Still bears clear ballistic markings. We have to bring up this bullet in some way. It's important. A single gunshot, then a scream. So there was only one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot, and then the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. And in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. But what do you mean a contradiction? Just as I thought, the judge is clueless as always. This judge is a dumbass. Contradiction in the photo. Look at that! Look! Look at this! What is that? As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth hear only one gunshot? This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. If it was there before, it has nothing to do with this incident. Mr. Wright, do you have proof that the bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident? Do I ever? Actually, I really don't know if I do. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic markings. Is it still in here? No clues found on the scene. Air in the elevator was depleted. Order weapon was fired twice. Because was the air leaving through that hole, I guess? I think it has to be with the second bullet. Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident? Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked. Haha, I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor. Not meaning any harm. and not doing any harm are two different things, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Can we look at the pistol? Is this the same pistol? Maybe we have to look at this again. Your Honor, the answer is in this file. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page shows the link between the bullet hole and the DL6 incident? The gun was fired twice, obviously. Although, we can double check, even though we just read it. No clues found on the scene. Trapped in elevator, one bullet found in heart, the murder weapon was fired twice. One bullet found in the heart. Yeah, it's the victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? Wow, you're so thick, Judge! Oh my god. Why is he a judge? How did he pass judge school? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue is found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. A second bullet has never been found. Why? Because a second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Guess what I have, Mr. Sir? I have that bullet. You're going down, sir. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. Come on, Phoenix! You have the bullet! Just present it! Right the hell now! I don't know if you can hear me doing this on my desk while I'm doing this. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong. Phoenix, you're so freaking stupid. Oh my god. I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick, Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well, the statute of limitations on the murder case runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Vapor Void! Oh, we have some guests. Enjoy. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. So many things I know, but I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection. Why didn't he do this before? Your Honor? I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object,
Objection.
Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. No, it's not. You shut up. Everyone shut up. Let me present the evidence. Everyone shut the hell up. Everyone's stupid and I hate everyone in this game. They're so stupid. Including me. Grah. It must exist. Second bullet. What? What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who this murderer is. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course, there was a need. That's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the murderer was cautious the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? What the fuck are you talking about? Hello, I have the bullet! Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? I have a bullet in my evidence. Let me present it, you piece of crap. It's right freaking here. Just let me present it somewhere. Still bears clear ballistic markings. Werner didn't need it? I guess. What do you mean? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. I had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. I see Mia in there, by the way. I see flashes of her. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. I was thinking in the back of my head, maybe Von Karma did it. As revenge. It's too sus. Maybe I said it out loud, I'm not sure. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but he took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? What do you mean save for a better time? What better time is right now? I want to see what would happen if I want to see what would happen if I did this. I don't have enough proof yet. This is my trump card. I'd better save it for the right time. Mr. Wright, something the matter? I'm fine, Your Honor. Shall we carry on with the trial then, That said, we have no farther to go. All that is left is the finish. In other words, the verdict. What? Not yet. Think, Mr. Wright. You have said that someone from the outside was the murderer, yet you cannot suggest anyone as a possible suspect, which means your conjecture is worthless. And will be rejected, of course. Nick! Now's no time to be holding on to that trump card. The trial's almost over. Alright. I may not know what I'm doing, but here goes. Your Honor? There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? But my hands are shaking. Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took my vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Well, Mr. Wright? Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? This is crazy, bro! Do I have any evidence that can prove it? Still bears ballistic markings. I think it has to be this, right? Because if there were two shots fired from the same gun... The metal detector. Wonder, what if the bullet is still in him? Can I use this? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Should I try it? I'm kind of tempted. Can we try this? I really want to try this. So it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be the metal detector or the existing bullet that we have. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like to use it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Can we... What if I use this? Is hilarious. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk injury, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over to you and see what we find. Oh, he's sweating. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Objection.
Judge, I call for suspension on this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep. Oh, sweet, my pizza rolls are done. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? I'm supposed to be a defense attorney. My job is to make sure that my client is proven innocent. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not trying to prove that someone else is the killer. I'm just trying to make sure that my client is not the killer. I'm not a prosecutor here. Why are we going too far with this? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave by trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Still bears ballistic markings. It has to be this. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. Get wrecked, sir! We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet you buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? He seems upset. We just took down a 40-year veteran. That scream. It's the same scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help!
I can't breathe.
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air.
Get away. Get away from my father.
Gah!
Do you like my scream? It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Wow, bullets hurt. Who knew? Mr. Von Karma?
Wordsworth, only you would dare defy me.
So it was you. Get wrecked, Von Karma. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. He seems a little upset. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry.
Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. We've done it. I am the best lawyer ever.
Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
December 28th. Defendant lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! Did I make a prediction that Von Karma was the killer at any point? Because I'm gonna go back and check my VOD and be like, yes, I knew it! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Ugh. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! Gumshoe! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Woo! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Again, this is how we started the game. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. I should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along too tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not strange. Oh my god, is it the $38? Larry took the money, didn't he? All those years ago in 3rd grade. Oh yeah, that's not strange. People give me money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? I knew it. I called it. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? So that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history, hey? Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Wow! Where have I heard that phrase before? Never in my life. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Not now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Good. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all! Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after all that, dinner on me. So happy! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why? But he was declared innocent. Oh, there's more! It's gonna keep going, apparently. Is someone else gonna die? Oh, please, I hope no one got alcohol poisoning. Please tell me nobody died. That would be awful. Please. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. He's hungover. Of course he is. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. No! We won't get the occasional Mia boobs now. Why? Oh well, it's fine. Have a good time.
Goodbye.
What time is it? Gah! The first trains for mountains have already left. To the station. We're going on a train. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? No! Wait, what? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Oh my god. It's the parrot. Your mom. Huh? Sorry, Nick. I guess I don't understand. Uh-oh, now that I think about it, I don't understand this evidence either. It's okay, you don't have to try and cheer me up. But one day, I'll come back and be useful. I promise. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Aww. She looks so happy sad. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor? Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Whoa! Was that the first game? I thought there were 5 cases in the first game. We only did 4. Hold on. Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish you something. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Like he was kind of embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Also, I'm not moving any of the text. This is happening. Graphics, Kumiko Suigain. I think it's better that we only had these 4 cases. If there was one more after this, I don't know how they would have tied it better. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That miss is a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. I'm just letting the credits do its thing. I don't know how to say these Japanese names. Oh yeah, Royal Pain in the Butt. Who, Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately, you know. Not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Sure. Look at that programming. Phoenix Wright, hmm? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Is he gonna go ramble on a story about his youth? So sweet. Old bag!
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor?
Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh no. Oh, I can't read that. Oh, what is she saying? Oh, Jesus, her Christ, her face is still scary. What does she say? Oh no, I can't read that. I wonder if April May is gonna come in at some point. Oh yeah, this guy. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? He wants to be... like... yeah, he wants to not be famous, basically. I wouldn't want that either, to be fair. Being famous sounds like it's not very fun. Does he never have any privacy? Oh, I got a letter the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold or something under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living in anyway? Hey, it's the kid.
Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? You want Pink Princess? Alright. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It's kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Wait, so he saw the person inside the Pink Princess costume? Wait, he's not the Pink Princess, is he?
Yeah, I remember, right?
Huh, me? I'm trying to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. Oh, is that Mia? I'm gonna be famous. Is Mia in the picture with us? That would be fantastic. Yeah! Oh, we got to see those wonderful, wonderful, tracts of land one more time. Victory! Oh, we did it. Whoa! Turnabout goodbyes. A brand new episode has been added. So there were 5. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. So there are 5 chapters. I was right about that. I was like, wait, where are we getting credits? There's only been 4 chapters.
I knew there had to be more. I knew there had to be more.
Anyway, this looks interesting. Also, I got an achievement for finishing chapter 4. A brand new episode has been added. Sweet! We'll take a look at it later. Saving content. Well, that was fun. We finished episode 4. We've successfully defended Miles Edgeworth against the ruthless Von Wrinkleface. It looks like we have one more chapter in the first game, and then there's going to be even more stuff in the following games in the trilogy. We still have a lot more cases going forward. But everyone, thank you so much for watching this so far. I'm looking forward to starting episode 5 next time. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.